Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to come on here and answer a quick question that I'm always getting. Other landlords and people who are not in property, but they're thinking about getting in property, when they find out that I have Section 8 tenants or tenants from other programs, they're always asking, should I or should I not accept Section 8? And my personal answer is, it's really a personal preference. It makes sense to me to accept Section 8. I mean, all Section 8 is a voucher program that helps people subsidize a portion of their rent. Now, when you're vetting a Section 8 tenant, you vet them the same exact way you vet any other tenant. And Section 8 doesn't give you first, last security deposit, but if you require those things, the tenant has to have those things. And you check their credit the same way you would check any other tenant's credit. You check their background information, their evictions, everything else. Now, the only difference is a part of their rent or all of their rent is guaranteed to hit your account because it's subsidized. And so either the county or city or whoever is managing the Section 8 program, like here in Miami-Dade County, you can have Section 8 through Miami-Dade County. You can have Section 8 through, I think, City of Hialeah has one. Miami Beach, City of Miami Beach has one. Different cities manage their Section 8 here in Miami-Dade. And then also the county manages a Section 8 program. But you vet these tenants the same way you vet any other tenant. And there are certain things that you need to check for when you receive the Section 8 voucher. Number one, if a person comes to you and they have $1,000 voucher, you want to know how much of this voucher are you responsible for. There are some tenants that the county, the city, whoever their Section 8 is coming through is paying their entire monthly amount. So that entire $1,000 will be paid and will hit your account direct deposit on the 1st or the 30th, depending on if it falls on a holiday, of every single month. Your money is there and it's guaranteed. You vetted this person. You know they're a good tenant. They're keeping your place clean. I mean, it's perfect. You don't have to go out and hunt them down for your rent. It's hitting your account. Now, there are situations where they may have to pay, let's say it's $1,000 voucher and they have to pay 300 of it, 500 of it, 700 of it, 900 of it. I would rather not have a tenant that has to pay $900 of a $1,000 voucher. The whole point of me taking Section 8 is me guaranteeing that a certain amount of rent money is hitting my account. So I'm looking for tenants who, maybe you have a $1,200 voucher, and yes, I have tenants who have $1,200 vouchers, and they're not responsible for paying any of it. The whole $1,200 is in the account on the 1st. They get reassessed after a year, and maybe now they have to pay $400 of it. But $800 of it is hitting that account on the 1st, and then you go and pick up the other $400 from the tenant. So really, Section 8 is just a program. There's good people who go through the program, good tenants, and then there's horrible tenants. You just have to vet those tenants and find out, is this person a right fit for you? And it doesn't matter by the neighborhood. I mean, you could be in Coconut Grove, Coral Gables accepting Section 8. You could be in Liberty City accepting Section 8. I mean, those are just places here in Miami-Dade County. It's up to you. It's your property. So wherever your property is located, it really dictates. I mean, you decide if you want to collect Section 8. I mean, it's not based off of where the property is located. So, and no one knows you're getting Section 8. You just have the tenant renting, and they're just a normal tenant that's renting. But the breakdown comes in the vetting process. You don't just accept any tenant who comes. You do the same work to figure out if you want this tenant or if you don't want this tenant. You do the same background checks. You do the same credit checks. You do the same looking at the county records and seeing if this person has any evictions. So all of those things you're going to do regardless if they're Section 8 or not. Okay, so the only benefit of Section 8 is that a portion of the rent is guaranteed, or all of the rent, if their full voucher is paid, is guaranteed to hit your account, and you're not out trying to find your money. So really, there is no downside to taking Section 8. Yes, they come once a year and they're going to inspect the property. Okay, but if you're a good landlord, you're keeping your property up anyway. I mean, you're not going to have them living somewhere that has bust windows and electrical outlets that don't work and leaks and all kind of things like that. So your property should be up to par anyway. So for once a year coming to evaluate, and 70 to 90% of the rent is paid automatic in my account on the first, and I only have to go pick up maybe 10 to 30% of the rent from the tenant, I'm okay with that. I mean, that's not a problem. So just remember, just because it's a government program doesn't make the tenant bad. You're going to vet the tenant just as you would. And I mean, you have elderly tenants, you have young tenants, you have older tenants, you have middle class working people who can qualify for Section 8. I mean, it's just based off, I don't know, whatever the numbers, however many kids they have, or however many, I mean, I don't know. But I've taken Section 8, and most of the people that I've had have been people who are just disabled some type of way, like maybe a disabled vet, or maybe I mean, and it's many other programs besides Section 8. So remember, you have the veterans vouchers, you have the homeless vouchers. I mean, you have some programs that pay your rent money guaranteed on the first for entire 2 years. I mean, so you really have to decide on that tenant. So you're really the first line of whether or not Section 8 or any one of these programs work out for you, because you're the one who decides if you like the tenant or not, if you feel like they're a good match for your property or not, if you feel like their background is up to par. If they had an eviction 10 years ago, if they've never had an eviction. I prefer tenants who've never been evicted. If they have an eviction, it can't be from the last 2 or 3 years. It would have to have been an eviction from 10 years ago, and then they've never been evicted again. I mean, so you make your own stipulations as the landlord, and then you go from there. So if you have any questions, let me know. Ask them down in the question area. If you like this video, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll be, like I said, making just a whole series on landlording, landlord issues, and things like that. So to take Section 8 or to not take Section 8 or any other program, totally up to you. I feel like, yes, you should definitely be looking at those programs. They have some great tenants coming through those programs, and the majority of your money is guaranteed to be hitting on the first. Okay, and it doesn't matter by neighborhood. It could be if you have a property in a good neighborhood and you want to take Section 8, as long as their voucher matches your rent amount, you're good to go, and you like the tenant. So, again, ask me any questions you want to know, and yeah, talk to you later. Bye.